I saw a video on YouTube showing the Wall Street protesters, and it was the clip where the Marine Sergeant Shamar Thomas from Roosevelt, New York, was speaking up and really talking to the police officers in New York, and he really gave them an earful. And I really appreciate what the sergeant had to say, because I really believe he put things in perspective. Because when we're in the city or we're locally thinking about things, we can just really be nearsighted and just look at what's going on right in front of us. But here's a man who has been overseas, who has been right in the middle of the battle, protecting people and protecting American interests and fighting for American liberties and fighting against terrorism in any way that he's been ordered to do. And so he's seen the real battles. And so you could see just how he was upset with the fact that U.S. citizens were being treated as if they were criminals when they're just expressing when they're just expressing what they don't like about our current situation. This is a man who decided he's going to speak up. You could see that the police officers were visibly embarrassed or visibly uncomfortable as he said things like, hey, these are U.S. citizens. They are not doing anything. Stop harassing these people. Stop trying to hurt them. They're not armed people. So you're supposed to serve these people. You're supposed to be protecting these people. And he really put things in perspective, because when you have somebody who's a Marine who has fought and who's been in harm's way and who has come back after fighting, whether it was Afghanistan or Iraq, just having been in that situation, and to speak to other law enforcement people and say, look, leave these people alone. At this point, really, the police in New York or wherever there are protests, of course there needs to be some kind of order, which is totally understandable, but they also need to, the focus needs to be more about how to be people that are more into public relations. This is a public relations thing. This is not so much a law enforcement thing than it is a public relations issue, where the focus needs to be, hey, we understand you got an issue, we understand that you're protesting, but this idea of these people being enemies, they are not enemies. These are American citizens. Sergeant Thomas made it a point to say that there is no honor in this. There is no honor in harassing U.S. citizens. And who knows more than honor than a Marine or an armed forces, someone in an armed forces who fought and who's trained to be a soldier of honor. Sergeant Shamar Thomas, I salute you. I'm not sure, I don't think I'm even doing it the right way, but I salute you and I thank you for speaking up and really letting people know that, hey, there are bigger things we need to be concerned about than to think about how to use force against Americans. This is an issue of really making sure that people's voices do get heard, because this is a lot of things that America is built on. A lot of good things that we see in America was fought for. People fought for change. People protested for change. People spoke up. And right now in America, there is a need to really make sure that people understand that Americans are not happy with the way things are going. So we need to speak up. More people need to speak up. More people need to say, let's make the changes that need to happen. We are aware that something is wrong. Something is happening that should not be happening. I've used this analogy before in this kind of situation. When you have people who are doing you wrong and they pretend they're not doing you wrong, I see it as it's like being slapped in the face. You get slapped by someone, and then you go, wait a minute, did you slap me? And then the person looks at you and goes, no, I didn't do anything. And then you go, man, I could have sworn that somebody slapped me. And okay. And then again, you continue with the person, and you go, wait a minute. I think you just slapped me again. The person goes, no, I didn't slap you. And at some point you realize, wait a minute, you are slapping me. You are causing me harm. And I need to say something about it. And I am really proud of all the people who are saying something about our condition. I know there are a lot of people who would like to say things that are afraid, but the more people that speak up, the more it will be normal to say, look, something's wrong and something's got to be fixed. So thank you, Sergeant Thomas, U.S. Marine, who spoke up and spoke for the people.